Hello, everybody. This is Wesley Adams at Boxland Media. It is August 31st for our end of the month GameDev Meetup. So, welcome, everybody. If you're coming on in, feel free to grab a seat, grab a name tag if you like, and we're going to kind of get the show started. So, how many people are new here today? See, oh, you are? I know, you just came in. Well, welcome, welcome. This is a very casual event. We do this every month. We try to do this in person where we can, and sometimes they're online. Think of this as kind of like a news and presentation update. We've had this since the inception of our group. If you're not familiar with our group, the Central Ohio GameDev group is an assortment of game developers trying to help each other make games. So it's pretty simple. We're a volunteer group. We collaborate with other local groups like CCAD, Columbus State, OSU, and more. We have other groups like the Cleveland Game Developer Group, the IGDA chapter, International Game Developer Association of Cincinnati. They have a new group, Gym City Game Developers in Dayton. So even if you're not from Columbus, we welcome you no matter what. Even if you're outside of Ohio, Midwest, doesn't matter. And we're here to kind of help you out. So we have a couple events that we kind of want to showcase today, as well as some presentations. So let's kind of go through some of the events coming up as we're kind of going through the next month, which is in September. For those of you who weren't a part of, I guess, the GDEX Game Jam, I'll show you a little bit of where to find those. So GDEX is actually an event coming up next week. It's going to start Thursday, September 4th through the 7th, through the Sunday. So it's going to be a kind of 4-day weekend. We're going to be at the Greater Columbus Convention Center. We're going to have a great time going through all that. I'm going to go a little bit over like what to expect and some things to kind of keep in mind as we get close to that. COGG will be there. We'll have our own booth, so we'll be showcasing your games, just kind of like today. So if you do happen to be there sometime that weekend, say hi to us. We're happy to talk to you. And if you do know anybody else that you meet, bring them on over. We want to get to know people. And we're not stopping. We're going to be going through Prototype and Play, which is our it's kind of like this event, but it's more of like more casual even than this, where you can kind of come up with any kind of game that you have, board game, digital game, iPad, whatever. And we actually show up at the esports facility downtown in Columbus called Game Arena. That's going to actually be the third Friday of the month on September 19th from 6 to 9 p.m. So we have a blast there. It's a pretty cool space, just like this. Lots of cool lights, and just from like a cool Friday night, just to kind of have some light food, snacks, games, and all kinds of stuff from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then the GameDev meetup is slated for the last Saturday, which tentatively right now is September 27th. We may be here, maybe. We'll see. I got to talk to Shane and them and see if that's available. But we'll see how that goes. Again, we're trying to do as many in-person events as we can, especially while the weather's nice, right? Like, it's been pretty good recently. Another thing that we've been trying out, and if you have any suggestions for this, GDEX is actually a good opportunity for this, is our community spotlight. So if you have something that you just think is cool or you want to showcase yourself, let us know. We have the community spotlight as a way for us to kind of help reciprocate and promote your event. So if you just want us to put it on Meetup, if you want us to announce it on our Discord or on our Twitter or Facebook, whatever means to a large group of people, it just has to be game related, right? And we're happy to kind of host that. It can be you streaming a gameplay of your game. It could be like a podcast, like I know, John, you do a couple podcasts. If you want us to help promote that in some way, let us know. We can brainstorm those concepts. It also kind of correlates with what we've been doing in the past, which was the Let's Play series, right, Caleb? So for those of you who are not familiar, Caleb is another one of our COGG admin members. And then Shane, I forgot to mention, I've been saying Shane, but Shane's with Boxland Media. So if you're interested in learning more about Community Spotlight, let us know. We can kind of reach out and talk about that. At the bottom here is our ways to reach out. The biggest thing I would just say is go to thecog.com. You'll find all our information. All these links are up there too. That's the greatest way to kind of find it. So a little bit about Boxland Media. So for those of you who are new to the space, this is a really cool space for doing all kinds of media. They've actually been gracious enough to kind of use this space every so often to do this kind of event. In the room over here on my left, your right, is a big space I could show you later. It's a podcast space, so if you ever want to do podcasts, they can both do mics and all kinds of setup there, and then simulcast up to these videos out here. Obviously, they can do events like this. They've done like comedy shows, all kinds of cool stuff. And then later today, if you are interested, they kind of have a bar in the back that you can get drinks. You can get energy drinks or sodas or whatever. It's kind of a nice way to do a kickback. Later today, we're going to have pizza coming in. So while we're done with these presentations, we'll have those come up, and then we'll do a little bit of networking afterwards. So cool. So I'm going to go ahead. Let me just see. Yeah. All right. Yeah, there's a little bit more information. So yeah, so we have quite a few people. Like we've got 2,400 people on Meetup, 800 members on Discord. That's just to say that, if you have questions, let us know. I'll kind of show you a little bit of how to kind of get to that real quick. So if you go to thecogg.com, you'll see our social media at the top right. So if you want to join our Discord, it's that big red button, and that'll take you here. It'll kind of be a welcome page. Right now we have different events kind of being shown up at the top. And then as soon as you're here, you can start looking through all our information on how to find out more about what our events like. So you can look into a little bit about our rules, or you just want to see our welcome. This is probably one of the best places to kind of learn more about our information. Our COGG admins, if you want to ever ping us, you can always ping us with the @ sign. And type in the message down here. We have our announcements, event recordings. The biggest thing is if you're new, definitely do a little bit of shout out to introduce yourself. That's going to give us a little bit of information about how we can help you. And that's for anybody, if you guys aren't new. Definitely let us know if there's ways that we can help. There's different engines that you can go to, Unreal, Unity, Godot, and other engines. And the big one I would say is this community page, this community category. This has a lot of different ways where you can go to dev help if you have specific questions about a specific development need. Share your games. I highly encourage you, especially if you've been here for a bit and you're working on something and you want to showcase it, add it here with a new post. I tend to go through a lot of these during this event to kind of showcase some of the events coming up, and it kind of gives us a little sneak peek of what everybody's working on. You can add in resources, so if you find a cool tool like this, Caleb noted something on Mixamo, this cool animation tool. We have business talks, so if you're interested in talking about like how to start up a business, or if you have different questions there, we have an open conversation there. There's an art channel, there's a sound channel, work in progress, hardware, job and collaboration I think is great too. If you're always wanting to work with somebody else or you need help, this is a really great place to start. And then the other stuff down is kind of just more like shameless plugs, random, and all that good stuff. So I highly encourage you to check out Discord because it's a great way to kind of talk to us 24/7. Of course, that's our random. Thanks, Jill. But it's random for a reason. But yeah, so definitely check it out. Let us know what you think. And if you have any questions, that's a great way to reach out. You can also reach us out at info@thecogg.com. And then if you want to learn more about Boxland Media, you can go to boxlandmediatv.com? So boxlandmedia.com for podcasts, and boxlandtv.com for basically events and everything else. Okay, good. Yes, and I've just looked up Boxland, and you'll find them. Cool. So yeah, so there's a lot of information there. I think the biggest thing I wanted to kind of showcase before we start our presentations really is talking a bit about the GDEX Game Expo. So we've been priming this up for a long time. It is so close, it's next week. So if you haven't been in the loop, next week. This week. Oh, well, if you start Sunday, yes. It's September 4th through the 7th. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Thursday, if you go into thegdex.com, it'll probably be a lot better to kind of show you that. They have all the information that you need here. So it's going to be September 4th through the 7th at the Greater Columbus Convention Center. So Thursday is going to be like our setup day for exhibitors and whatnot, but they're also going to have Dev Day that day. So If you're wanting to see longer talks and workshops and whatnot from game developer professionals, it's a really great way to kind of learn. It's a really good educational day. Friday, Saturday, Sunday will also have talks as well, and you can find all that information in the schedule here, or you can also find it under the experience under schedule, same thing. So if you're kind of wondering what's happening which days, and you're not sure if you want to go all the weekend or just one of the days, this is a great way to kind of look into that. So definitely check that out. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to have our exhibitors. And how many of you are planning to exhibit there? Let me see. I know a couple of you are. Great. Cool. And if you're on the fence about it, what I was going to tell people is we do actually have a couple of booths left, surprisingly, specifically the ice booth. So I think we have what Chris was saying. Yeah, there's like 3 ice booths. Ice booths are a great way if you just have like a one-off game that you want to showcase. You basically just get a table set up, and you would get thousands of attendees coming in to kind of see what you're working on. It's a great way to get feedback. So if that's something you're interested in, all you'd have to do is go to thegdex.com. You can go to apply, and there's a button for exhibitors, and then there's the apply button there. That'll take you through Eventney, which is kind of that page I just showed you. And then speakers and experiences, those are probably locked into place at this point. But also, if you're interested in volunteering, we do still need volunteers. And what's great about all of these is they do get you passes to the show. So if you get a 10 by 10 space, you get 3 passes. If you get like an ice space, it's just 1 pass. But if you get a volunteer space, if I'm remembering correctly, if you do 2 4-hour slots for volunteering, you get a full weekend pass. And that also includes your ability to go to the Friday night mixer, which is really cool because all our exhibitors, part of their subscription thing is that they're able to go to this mixer, which is just kind of a fun way to get like food, like light snacks, and I think they usually get a drink ticket or something, and just network with people all night long. So it's a great way to meet new people, meet developers, meet speakers and whatnot, because they're part of that as well. And then Saturday night, we will have we have 3 shows lined up. So if you're going on Saturday, I highly encourage you for 2 things. One is we have our Game Awards at 6. And then starting right after then, we have, I don't know if you guys remember, those of you who've been with GDEX for a long time, Ray Lee, years ago, did a really cool setup where he had interactive gloves that would play music as he would kind of like move them through the air. He's got something special. I don't know exactly what it is. Chris hasn't told me exactly what it is, but he's a really cool guy. He does some really neat stuff. So he's gonna kick off the show, and then we have 2 lineups after then. So if you want to stick around after the Game Awards at 6, this starts at 6:45. All night long, we'll have some really cool concerts on Saturday night. And then throughout the weekend, we have arcades, so lots of fun there. Obviously, more talks and exhibitors. And this year, if you didn't notice on the front page, we're teamed up with COGG, which is a retro game swap group, and they're going to have a lot of cool stuff there. So yeah, so if you can make it, great, cool. We'll definitely keep the flow going as we go through this, and we try to do this every year and have a lot of fun. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. And if you have applied and you haven't paid, please do so as soon as possible, and just let me know if you have any questions on that process. Cool. Any questions about COGG in the group or GDEX or anything else that I can help answer? Okay. And if you see anything, I don't know if you're on stream, Caleb, if you see anything from people, let me know. CorgsCon is going to be at GDEX, and they will be, so that's a good question. So we have, these pink ones are the Artist Alley spaces. These light blue ones are the ice space, so that's independent, student, and experimental. So that'll be a lot of folks like in here kind of working through that. And then back here, all the way around the perimeter, there's COGS here and on the side. And then everybody else is either like Extra Life is like our nonprofit that we help support for Nationwide Children's Hospital. So they'll have some bigger booths, but otherwise it'll be like, different universities and colleges and the 10 by 10 booths all the way around. So yeah, good question. And then we have up here arcades, and then Red Bull sponsoring this year, so they usually have a pretty cool setup. One year they actually brought in a car inside of the exhibitor hall, and they were just passing out Red Bulls. So definitely it'll be a fun time for that. We'll see how that turns out. But yeah, they're doing Red Bull Tetris Zone. So I have no idea what that is. I can't answer what that means, but sounds cool. So we'll see what it turns out. Oh, it was a DeLorean. Yeah. So you remember that? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I mean, we try to do some cool stuff. So we're really excited this year. We have some pretty neat things lined up. Yeah, we'll keep you posted. Yeah, good question. Anybody else have any other questions? Yeah, John.
Can you have this event next year?
We will most definitely have it next year. Yeah. I know you can't make it this year. I know. That's okay. Yeah, we've always tried to do that, and I know this year was a little bit more challenging. We normally try to do like our side quest events, where it's kind of like a pop-up of GDEX. We're always trying to do some new stuff. So, and if you have suggestions about ideas, or if you want to help collaborate with other events, let us know. We're always happy to kind of share the networking and ways that we can kind of support each other. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's a good question. I forgot to mention that. So the GDEX game winner, and just kind of a little synopsis for those of you who aren't familiar, we do a game jam, about a 9-day game jam, I always say almost a week and a half, before the expo on itch.io. And if you want to see what those games are, all you have to do is go under Experience, Game Jam 2025. You'll find more information about that. And if you scroll down a bit, you can go to our itch.io page. And you can play those games now. So if you want to go to submissions, you'll see I think it's like, we did, 14 different games? Actually, 17. 17. We did a lot this year, especially for like the amount of people that were there. So definitely check that out, and let us know what you think. But I would say in general, the winner will be announced at the award ceremony on September 6th at 6 p.m. That's when we do the game awards. And it'll be announced there, and as soon as that's done, I will message people on Discord and any of our other networks that, who the winner is. So if you can't make it there for some reason, I know a lot of our folks sometimes are international or even just outside of Ohio and can't make it to the expo. We'll let people know on Discord for sure. So a lot of the folks that are part of that will know around the same time. So yeah, good question. Anybody else? Cool. All right. You ready to see some cool games? All right, cool. So the first off, as I was mentioning before, we are open to a lot of developers. And if you've been here a few times, you may have seen some of their work. We have, actually, if you go into our Discord, you'll see some of his work. Drift has been working on a bus simulation game called Rosefield, the County of Rosefield. And he has a new bus update that he wanted to kind of showcase. I'm just going to show a video today of what it looks like. He does some really cool videos, so I'm really excited to kind of show you that today. But interestingly enough, he's actually from Poland, so we kind of catch up every and he's online. Great, hey Drift, good to see you. We try to do them first because I know it's like really late for him, so we usually talk back and forth about all kinds of stuff. He does a lot of the stuff in Roblox, so. And he actually participated in the game jam this year, which was really cool. So I'm super excited to be working with them. So if you know anybody that just needs support, let us know. We're happy to have pretty much anybody. We're small enough to kind of help anybody. Okay. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and start up the video. Let me know if you can. welcome back to the County of Rosefield. Today we have a lot of new things to cover. Starting with the new bus mode. So most of these are templates as of now. Only Aspen Link works. We will do the first route, which is 201 from Aspen Central to Crystal Lake. I made a mistake in the UI and just realized it now as I'm editing this. And this is the first time you can spawn a vehicle in this game. So our first stop is Aspen Hills Central.
This is Aspen Hill Central 2. The next stop will be Central Street 1.
We have a voice actor, smiley face. Now the bus gets automatically locked in place when entering the collision zone, so the player won't skip stops.
This is Central Street 1. The next stop will be Side Park Residential 2.
Fun fact, the County of Rosefield was first called Rosefield County Bus Simulator.
This is Side Park Residential 2. The next stop will be Aspen Park 2.
This is where it gets tricky. As we have to make a loop here via the Victoria Tunnel, even though the pop-up was on our left. I always used to get stuck over here in the construction zone. Obviously, Drift is much better at this game than I am. I've demoed this a couple times. Luigi? Well, Luigi's a good driver, much better than I. Mind the gaps. Well, you could tell it's like a work in progress, right? Like he's kind of building the roads out, and then he'll build in the landforms. The map is pretty empty because of the ongoing natural upgrade project. Basically replacing all the old tree models with the new ones you see in front of me, for example.
This is Aspen Park 2. The next stop will be Port City Road 2.
Yeah, Drift, tell me how long you've been working on this too, because I remember you've been working on this for quite a bit. I know he upgraded his laptop because his map got so big. He was having a hard time even opening it at points. So yeah, I mean, well, the development side's pretty interesting process.
Road 2. The next stop will be Lake Road 1.
So if you notice at the bottom left, the money that is used on the bus to take these tours is in pounds. So this is kind of a UK experience. It's meant to be a simulation to kind of, if you were touring someone around, how would you take people around the tour? So the idea would be, you bring your friends in and kind of explore this city and talk a little bit about, what's all in here.
Lake Road 1. The next stop will be Crystal Lake.
Now at the next stop, we'll turn back around and go to Aspen Hill. He was, a little fun fact he was showing me. Oh wait, accidentally minimized the window and the recording ended. Oh. From this point on, the announcements will be Crystal Lake. because Roblox has a 10 audio per month limit. Oh. I think that means that he ran out of audio clips he can use for this month. So in order to get this video recorded, he could only do a certain amount. Yeah. I never knew that. That's really interesting.
This is Crystal Lake. This route ends here. Thank you for traveling with us today.
Oh, maybe. Oh yeah, the fun fact was if you ever do fall out and you look at the ground, I think he's told me that he just laid the bottom part of the ground to be the map of like certain roads and stuff that he wants to kind of recreate, and he'll just draw roads on top of that. At least he did that for one of his maps. I don't know if he did it for this one.
Crystal Lake. This route ends here.
So my question for Drift, if this is Crystal Lake, are there bodies of water that you plan on putting in this city? I don't know if he's still on stream. Yeah, so a lot of the things that are new are like the signs that you pop up in the UI, which is kind of nice. I mean, well, he's had that before, and he had a delivery system, but I like the little green locations.
This is City Road 2. The next stop will be Lake Road 1.
So my question, if Drift is still online, Caleb, is his next steps after this? Like, what are things coming up that he plans on adding to the city or into the system?
Thank you for traveling with us today.
There was a lake? Okay. You should bring a lake back. Now from this side, we skip Side Park Residential because it's pointless to do. Something. The loop again. Okay. Oh, okay. I missed it. I don't remember that Freshways station. I think that might be new.
This is
Beam Cafe.
This route ends here.
One of these, I think he turned it down a bit, but one of them was like one building that was just nothing but lights and rave music. And you could hear it like on the other side of the map. Yeah, there it is, that one window. I think on the right, there's a couple of us. Yeah, Aspen Rave. It was much louder than that. I remember you could hear it. There's the COGG Cafe. Yes. Well, it's just funny because you'd be like driving through and you'd be like, what is that? So route finished. So we can either do the route again or end our shift. So yeah, that's kind of the thing, is you would literally be the role of a bus driver, which deletes the bus. Nice. Now we'll go over the other stuff. Port City Central Station. Oh, I remember him telling me Port Tower. He was telling me that building we just saw at first, Sandwich Progress. Nice. Work in progress. He said it took him forever to get those curves just right. Abandoned Resort in Broadhembury. Oh, yeah, I haven't seen this. That is such a small road. Holy cow. The village of Marriott. I am surprised he didn't. Rosefield, Frithlestock Airport, Calm Villages map expansion progress. These shots are neat. Is that just you flying through the air? He did a lot of work in this video. Thank you for watching. Rosefield Studios 2024-2025. Cool. Yeah, and he's got other games if you ever want to play it. Corruption Basement, Truckers of Poland. Yeah. So cool. Thanks, Drift. That was really cool. So yeah, keep us posted on things, and then if there's anything else that you want us to answer, or if you have any other notes, post it in the YouTube live stream. So if you didn't know, for those of you who are in person here, we do have a live stream cast of this event. If you want to watch in the future, you're more than welcome to. We try to do that as much as possible. And then here's a quick snapshot of the whole map. So if you're interested in all its complexities and all the print and build progress, we always like to kind of showcase a little bit of that off too. So cool, great job. Thanks so much. I guess next up, Garrett, if you're ready, we can have you start to showcase. Cool. So I've got a sound cord and an HDMI cord. Does yours connect through display some way, or do you need to? Okay, you're good. So I'm going to unplug.
Okay.
And then we have like me setting up my VR headset. It's like, I forget how many wires and stuff.
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to move this around the mic.
I mean, again, it was that or a Mac.
This will work.
Yeah.
Okay. And then audio. But we have a, yep, we could use that if you want to.
Okay, sure.
Let's see if that works.
And we just gotta get this cable
Okay.
connected. What does it hook into?
Oh, we have an HDMI. That's connected.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've got.
Okay. I realize there's no screen right here. Maybe turning on might help. Sure. Yeah, that just should do it. Again, it was this or a MacBook, and I don't like Mac. Okay, no one sees my All right. Actually, maybe is it okay if I get connected to Wi-Fi real fast or something? Thank you. I figure I just, because I need Google Slides, I put it on PDF format, but you know. It's there it is. Oh, yeah, there we go.
What computer is that?
Say P. Not quite sure how to pronounce it, but what? Did you ask anything? Oh, PELADN.
Okay.
Yeah. It's something I ordered off of Amazon pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, it's the latest Windows. Okay, I think it's this one.
Okay, if I grab it.
Sure. Go ahead. Okay, that did not help. Oh. All right, so hello, my name is Garrison Smith. I'm commonly known as Jay Koner online, and Perspective Games is the company that I publish my games under. And today, okay, go away, Edge. I'm not interested in you, but anyway. Okay, so anyway, I put together this quick slide presentation before we get to the game itself. But anyway, so first off, to start is that we are going to be at GDEX this year. I don't know why I keep saying we, even though it's just me, to be honest. But I don't know. I guess I like to pretend. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah. All right. So yeah, we are planning on attending this this year's 2025 GDEX. We'll be in a 10x10 booth, and this time we're going to have several games that are either already available or are in development, and they'll be there. And we're also going to be selling physical copies of our games again, just like last year. And we're also bringing back the arcade cabinet that will display, that we use to display demos of some of our games. And I also built a holographic display because why not? And also, I also made some changes to the booth, although obviously it's not at the Greater Columbus Expo Center right now. I just tested it at my house, but yeah. All right, so the first off is Balloon to the Moon 2. If you guys have been if you guys been around COGG for a while, we've been doing this for about a year now. But I've been here, and this was the game I was originally presenting, and now I just have to say that the game is actually available now on Steam, and we're done, and the game's pretty much finished. So like just doing a kind of a shout out right here. Yeah. All right, thank you. So okay, the other game we have on Steam is Infection Roots Deluxe. That one's available on Steam right now. That one was completed even before I joined COGG Group. But our new game in development is Project Steel Dungeon. It's a vehicle combat dungeon crawling RPG, pretty much. We also have Sky Labyrinth, which is a overhead platforming game. Project Frontier Rangers, where we all these other games I just showed are in development, including Sky Labyrinth. Then there's Project Frontier Rangers, where you get to explore an unexplored planet, find power-ups to progress forward, and it's a run-and-gun shooting action game. And then there's Project Sharp's Adventure, which features Sharp from Sharp's Tower Adventure, but this time it's in for a fast-paced platforming game, and there's going to be like a hub world and with several levels and challenges you can complete here. All right, and these are just some of our other games that might show up at GDEX. So the original Balloon to the Moon Sky Striker, which was actually made for last year's GDEX, actually. Sharp's Tower Adventure, Triangles Love Squares, some other concepts, some like games that are like in their very early concept stage, and some like really older games that admittedly are probably not very good, but yeah. And like I said, we're also doing physical copies of our games again. This is what Balloon to the Moon's 2 box is going to look like here. And one thing while I did this last year as well, there are some differences with this one. One is that I actually used a nicer paper to actually print on for the cover itself, so it looks a lot nicer and even has a bit of reflection on it. And the other change that I also added, you kind of see I added number 1 on it. Basically, it's kind of like the volume number, because each new game that gets released is going to be like the volume number. Infection Roots Deluxe is the other game that's going to get a physical release there, and that one has like the number 2 on it. And then when I release my next physical game, there's going to be the number 3, 4, so on and so forth, pretty much. I just kind of like the idea of just numbering them. And also I built another arcade cabinet. So this one is, okay, this one's not fully wired up as you can see here, but it's fairly similar to the first one that I built. The only major difference is that the controller deck at the bottom there, the paint job's a little different, but it is pretty much designed to be the same thing. All right, and now to go into a bit more detail, some of my games here. So this is Steel Dungeon. This is my first attempt at an RPG. It's a dungeon crawler, but in a twist, this is actually a vehicle combat game as well. You drive around what's called a mobile striker. You shoot enemies and collect scraps and money to power up yourself. It's also going to be story-driven, more so than my previous games. And a build is going to be publicly available, but a new build will debut at GDX 2025. There's also Sky Labyrinth. Somehow this game is not canceled despite progress drying up on the game. However, new progress has been made recently and will debut at GDX 2025 as part of the new arcade cabinet and modifications for public events. There's also a special version of Balloons to the Moon 2 called Arcade Edition, which is basically just a version designed for public events. Its main difference is it's designed to be like automated. The game will boot back to the title screen if there's no activity for a while. The title screen now has an attract mode. The Extras, Master, and New Game Plus was removed. This version actually debuted at Torque's Gaming Market and will be at GDX 2025 with an updated version. All right, so now it's time to show off Steel gameplay here. I mean, Steel Dungeon, I mean. All right. I'll just full screen this real fast. All right, so this is basically Project Steel Dungeon, the Underground Tyrant. I didn't mean to pluralize tyrants, but anyway. So I'll just jump into the game here. Oh, there's no sound. Let me fix that real fast. Does this do anything?
Samsung.
Oh, I changed it, but yeah.
Try that. Oh, the headphones.
Okay. All right, there's no music in this game yet, but anyway. So as you can see, this is a. So as you can see, this is like a kind of a game where you sort of control this tank here, and you can move around and as you can see, you can kind of shoot, and if you hold down one of the buttons, you can strafe. But it actually does support a controller here. It even supports the controller's rumble feature if you fire or get hit. Okay. So what I just collected here refills my power meter. Power meter is how you use your special missile attack here, or any special abilities in the game, but I was currently full at the moment, so. Analog, oh yeah, there is analog controls. So if you actually, don't move it down all the way, you actually move a bit slower. Oh, rotating is not analog support. This was just done because of keyboard controls. I usually try to make my games like playable with both keyboard and controller. Yeah. I think the game's lagging a bit. I think this PC is not completely powerful, but oh yeah, now it's running fine. That's weird. Yeah. I don't think I've gotten to the optimization part of the process yet. Probably should get that soon. Game Maker Studio. Yeah, and it's yeah. Although I should probably get on the optimization soon because that's usually not good practice to do optimization like later because it's a lot easier when it's when your progress is smaller. But oh yeah, if you actually press pause, there's also a map I was able to implement here. The blue dot is like where you are pretty much. But so anyway, you might have saw I'm like collecting scrap and money. Scrap is just meant to be for basic like upgrades like damage increase, like kind of basic upgrades. And money is meant to be meant for more special upgrades like I think yeah, it was like special abilities. Like I was kind of had this one idea where like if you're about to get hit by a killing shot, instead of dying, it'll just put you on 1 HP instead, and you have to. But if you get hit again after that, you'll then die. Basically gives you one more chance to, like kind of that stuff basically. But anyway, so I made some upgrades to this game from the last time I presented it. If we go into the shop here, you can actually. Unfortunately, I didn't actually program the pricing on yet, so everything is free so far. Did I actually buy anything? Awkward. Okay, need to get that button mapping a bit sort of better there, but yeah. So anyway, I'm going to increase my energy, damage, accuracy, speed. So basically, armor is like adds more hit points. Power gives you more chances to fire your special weapons. Energy is like, I don't think I explained that yet, but basically, whenever you move around the dungeon, it will consume energy, but you also slowly recover health and power. So, but if you run out of energy, you start losing health and eventually die. Energy increases the amount of energy you have. Damage increases the power of your basic projectiles. Accuracy just increases the accuracy of your shot. A lot of your self-explanatory. Repair, recharge, and reductor is repair and recharge just function the same thing. They kind of slow down how much. Not slow down. They speed up how quickly you recharge your energy, and reductor kind of does the opposite for energy. It slows down how much is consumed. But maybe actually, you know what? Why not? Let's just. I figure I just show off, how this works a little bit. Though right now it's a little. I do probably need to actually. I add a cooldown between inputs so that way, like you don't the cursor doesn't go flying just by slightly hitting, the D-pad and all that, But I may have overdone it a little bit right now. Alright, but let me show the other dungeon here. So now you see I have more health and more power and energy pretty much. On key down. Oh yeah, that's like a weird thing I always do. Like my first instinct is make it so there is no on key down at first, but then like I add the cooldown. I'm like, no wait, just make it. Just hold it down. Yeah, because like at that point, if you're going to add a cooldown, the just pressing is no longer necessary. Oh. Alright, so I upgraded my shots now that they're actually one-shotting these enemies now. I'm kind of seeing where it goes. But I don't think I'll get the game done anytime this year. It will probably be 2026 when this game will be done. I started I think about a month ago, or actually 2 months ago, I believe. Okay. Oh man, that shot almost hit me, but I outran it before it. Anyway, there's the exit. Alright, and then there's just this ocean dungeon here. Actually, I might want to restart the game because I don't want to. Because there's another thing I want to demonstrate real fast before. And I figured, being back to my base stats here would be probably the best way to show it. But anyway, this is just the ocean dungeon, but it just quickly became a test for just enemy types. You see here there's like 4 enemy types of the same thing. One's a kind of your classic fast but weak enemies, or slow but strong enemies. And then there's just a flamethrower tank. I know, they're fire. Would be funny if you could hear, but you can actually now die actually in this build. There's supposed to be more detail now. Like I was planning on making it so like your tank explodes and like fires everywhere maybe, but right. And then there's also just this trap test real fast where but this is supposed to be kind of a mine right here. The idea is that like I said, I was thinking about doing some like special upgrades, and right now you can only see it when you get close to it. You know, that way is like you gotta like stay on your toes, but you know you can't just because you can't see them easily, you know. And then like I think there's some more. Yeah, there's more here. And it's like one of the upgrades I thought you could buy is like maybe it'll just increase your range to see them, so you don't have to get up close to them. Like you can, you know, you kind of know what I mean by that. Yeah. Actually, that could be a good idea. Actually, yeah. And there's also there's no way out here because there's no level exit, no way to die, and I didn't program a manual exit ability yet. So there's just one more thing I want to show off real fast. This is the rough draft. Basically, this is meant to be like open crawl pretty much, but it probably will get you know, tuned up later. But anyway, the year is 2067. 30 years ago, man-made environmental disasters nearly ended the world. Entire lands became uninhabitable, cities fell into the earth, and the continents broke into small islands. Yet civilization would persist. Small towns and communities on some of the newly formed islands survived. 5 years later, civilization started to thrive once again. Entire nations began to form on multiple islands. Due to limited resources and awareness of mankind's man-made disasters, the nations relied on solar and wind energy. Eventually, mining operations were established and new discoveries were made. Entire cities and artifacts of the old world were discovered deep underground. People began to explore the old world for either treasures, technologies, or to simply learn about the old world. However, a new dangerous discovery was made. These underground settlements were still inhabited by mutants and humans alike. While peaceful contact was made with some of them, many chose to fight back, but it soon became more than just attacking any intruders. Many of these underground empires rose to the surface and waged war against the island nations. The island nations were outmatched by the underground empire's armored fighting vehicles, but the island nations came up with a solution, a vehicle they called mobile strikers. With enough firepower to destroy armored vehicles and mobility to navigate the underground settlements, these mobile strikers pushed the underground empire back. Now the islands are at peace as the mobile strikers keep their underground empire at bay and retrieve viable technology. Now the mobile strikers are taken up by curious adventurers while the island nations flourish in peace. Now a new adventure awaits. And if you wait long enough, this will actually go back to the title screen. But yeah, I didn't make any changes from the last build. Yeah, I actually was planning on doing voice acting for this, but that's pretty much it for the Mobile Striker game here, and that's about it. And if you want to follow me or anything, I do have a Blue Sky account, so there's a QR code if you want to check that out. But does anyone have any questions? Steam, itch.io, and GameJolt. Are you talking about like right now though, this like build or whatever? Oh yeah, it would be Steam, itch, GameJolt. And yeah, I think that's the main three I use for publishing. Yes?
So I saw physical release. Are they still
So the thing about these is that they do come with their Steam codes. In fact, I probably should have spent time talking about what they come with, but there's two versions. There's like the big version like that, and there's like a one that comes on a smaller case. The smaller case actually comes with the game on a USB, and it comes with the Steam digital code, so you can just redeem it on Steam, you know. And then, but the big box here, this not only has the USB drive, but it also has a CD in it, and the CD actually serves as both the game itself and a soundtrack CD. If you put it in a CD player, you can just listen to the music. If you actually put it in a PC, you can actually play the game. And it also comes with like desktop wallpaper and as well as a mini poster as well in the case. Although I think the mini versions do come with a desktop wallpaper as well. Figure I just throw in some neat little bonuses, you know. Yeah. Any other questions? I actually, like I said, I built another arcade, so I'm going to bring both of them pretty much, and then I'm also just going to have like just several PC monitors just laid out, you know. That's why I have this actually. I just bought a bunch of these off of Amazon. They were like, you could get one of these for like $100 or something, and they're pretty decent for the most part. Yeah. Sorry, what? Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did lay out what I wanted to do in for the mines, I think. I like first came up with ones that just simply damage you, ones that take away your energy or power meter. Then there's like ones where like they slow you down briefly, halt your vehicle completely. I think I even came up with like one idea where like one just completely drains your power meter, but power meter regenerates pretty quickly. So I figured it was both a pretty big punishment, and not a big punishment at the same time. Oh yeah, actually I think I came up with something like that as well, where like it was like an EMP trap or something where it just straight up disables your charging abilities. I can't remember if I came up with that idea in brainstorming. Yeah. Does anyone else have any questions? Hey, all right, thank you. Hey,
There's a sign over there for Balloon to the Moon as well, so just be on the lookout for that. That's one of the first Steam games that you released, so if you do want to play that, definitely talk to Garrettson if you want to learn more about that. It's a cool game too, I like that.
sorry,
And time to reset. I have to have like interlude music. My preview. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, you guys still hear me okay, Caleb? Mike? And hopefully this works. Okay, I guess we'll know here in a bit. All right, so we have a couple other presenters. Like I mentioned before, on our Discord channel, sometimes we have a couple of different share your games. I just kind of like to do a shout out to some of these as we can. But before I get there, just because I have a couple people here today, does anybody else want to showcase anything or do a shout out to something else before I get into these presentations? You gonna do the next one? Okay. I know Caleb might want to do the next one too. That's okay. No obligation to. We like to keep this pretty casual. So if you do have something you want to show, or if you're like, hey, I'm gonna be in Wisconsin doing this thing, you just let us know. We always like to know what the community's doing as well. So. Oh right, yeah. So John's got a video. I think that's shameless plugs, right? Yep. So John's got a kind of a retro channel, Turrets Views and Reviews. So he does TVAR as his handle. So definitely check those out. They're really cool and informative. This time is Back to the Future 2 and 3. Is that right? Back to the Future 2 for the NES. Okay, Super NES and a preview for the Wii. Oh, Back to the Future games. Cool. That sounds really neat. Yeah, so if you get a chance, check those out. They're pretty neat to see.
I'm pretty scathing.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't treat it well because
Okay. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Like my friend was showing me, he had a collection of the Jurassic Park NES games and whatnot, and he's like, yeah, these games were hard back in the day. So they don't definitely make them as easy as they used to be. Well, cool. All right, so I'm just going to go through the line. I know, I can't remember if I did a shout out. Normally what I try to do is when you add a post here, they'll just show up in the top here, and then as the month goes by, they get kind of pushed to the bottom. But as you notice, there's tons of these you can go through if you're ever interested in just kind of playing some cool games. We also like to circumvent them in our main page, so our COGG games. So if you're ever interested in submitting it and actually having it live, like if, say, you don't want to go to Discord, this is a great place to kind of add your games to that. So we have a couple game collections here, and then basically once you click this here button, or if you click this add my game, that opens up a Google form that you just fill out the information. It gets sent to us. I fill out the card, I send it back and say, hey, does this look okay? And then it's automatically added here. So it's important that if you want us to kind of showcase some of these things at GDEX, for example, or any other expo we're at, just fill out the form here. We're happy to have it live for people to see and play. Eventually, we'll go through these games and categorize them by like type or whatever. There's still not a lot of them necessarily up here, so we're still kind of playing around with that idea. But feel free to do that. You'll see that in our card as well, our flyers on the tables. So there's a QR code to this page if you're interested. But for today, I'm going to go through the last 30 days. So actually, I'm going to do a little shout out to this one just because it barely didn't make the last one. Yeah, so I'll start with that. Let me see if it's, yeah. So this was, I was actually going to play this one, but I realized it was a ROM, and I don't have the ROM. So it's basically I think it's a Game Boy Advance game, if I remember right. And you basically use the ROM to kind of play your own game. It's pretty interesting. So, see if I could just do a little. Yeah, so at long last, it's chapter 3 of Celia's stupid ROM hack. This update marks the halfway point of the game with content through Fuchsia City. Fuchsia, I can't pronounce that. Celia's Stupid ROM Hack is a puzzle adventure game designed for everyone who loves Pokemon. Grab your friends and sit down in a call together as you share a cavalcade of absurdity and fun. Complete your Pokedex as you navigate a region-wide escape room and test your wits and knowledge against creative and clever puzzles. When you finish playing, join our community and work together to uncover all the secrets that the game has to offer. There's so much more that is yet to be found. So I'm going to go ahead and hopefully the audio works with this. Let me know if it doesn't. Sounds like it's working. So this is kind of the release trailer. Traditional American bakery. He's transfixed by the shadow. Does not consider your presence. I won't read them all because it's too fast. The Lighthouse. Yeah, so that's kind of the name of the game. That's a new one. Rest in Peace. I've never seen that one. Whoa. I don't know what that was. Yeah. It's like Jigglypuff training. It sounds a little bit like Earthbound. Is it? Okay. Okay. Yeah, you're just gonna have to try it. I have no idea, but it looks goofy. Oh, that was not meant to go. Sorry about that. Wrong one. But yeah, so that was Celia's Stupid ROM Hack. So it's the 3rd chapter release. So if you're interested in that, all you have to do, you join our Discord on the COGG.com. Go to our Share Your Games channel. Whoops, wrong one. Ignore everything. Okay. Go to Share Your Games channel, and it'll be here in the older posts. I'll kind of have like a little lizard thing on it. And here, you could probably talk to Don more about it, but there's a patch for it, and I think you're going to need the ROM of the Pokemon game for that. So definitely ask them if you have questions. They have a Discord you can go to if you get stuck playing it, but I definitely want to try it out. I was hoping to try it out today, but I think for now we'll just see the trailer. So cool. All right, next up, and I don't remember if I've showed this one, but Baba Blitz, the sheep's kebab incident, is one I've kind of been on the lookout for. So I think for this one is also kind of the same thing. It's on Steam now, I think. Or no, it's coming soon, that's right. But I wanted to show the trailer for this. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I mean, what's better than a dragon running over sheep? Yeah, it does kind of look a little bit like Spyro. I don't know. It looks great. I don't know when it's going to be released, but they did do a little bit of a shout out. I keep going to that. Really should be not doing that. Okay. They did a shout out on August 2nd, so it looks like they're in the development of it. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on that. See if there's any other release date, August 2025. We'll see. Or maybe that was the release of that actual, I think this was like a post. So I don't know. We'll keep you posted. Once we get the game up and running, I'd love to play this with you guys, and let me know what you think. We have a couple updates. I know Nemesis Star, you actually showcased something in our Prototype and Play. So if you're kind of new to our group, our Prototype and Play happens about the 2nd Friday, sometimes 3rd Friday of the month. Sometimes they're in person, sometimes they're online, but it's a great way if you just kind of want to showcase to a bunch of people, just kind of, casually. So Nemesis Star has shown updates to this top-down game. It just kind of popped up in the feed. So if you just kind of want to see some like dev log updates, he's always posting some cool stuff up here. He showcased a little bit last time, and it was a kind of a great time to see his new updates to his game. So definitely check that out. Gun King has updated a couple things if you've been following them along. They have a test flight, so if you want to try it out on iOS, give them feedback. They posted something on the 10th. Obviously, the more feedback you can give for games, the better. We all kind of live in this bubble, right? That we just need some, progress updates and see what people think. You can help them out and just give them some, feedback on the test flight. If you have an Apple phone or something like that, you can test it out and see what you think. It's like a kind of checkmate-like game. It's very neat. It's kind of like a very animated chess game. I thought it was great. Drift, who was on our show earlier today for his game jam, he did Corruption Basement, which is if you do have Roblox, you can play this. I think it's actually they changed a lot of their permissions on Roblox recently. Like they're trying to make it more safe. So a lot of them are kind of pending through a lot of filtrations and systems. So I think this won't be available to play until next month, meaning October, because they have to wait till the end of September to go through all this like filtration system. But anyways, that's just to say, keep an eye on this. It was really cool when we could play it. I think he's got a video on it. If you go to the GDEX website and you go to the itch.io page, submissions, and yeah, it would be here. I think he put a video of it, maybe. Somewhere I thought there was a video. Anyways, you can find more information here. It's a game in Roblox made dynamically, so there's 100 levels. They're procedurally generated. There's like a specific first level, a specific 50th level, and then a very specific 100th level, which is really cool. If you can get to that point, it's a pretty cool ending. So keep an eye out for that. That's a pretty fun game. It's kind of a spooky game, meant to kind of do like little jump scares and stuff like that, so just keep that in mind. But so that one was kind of neat. And then next one coming up, School Quest had an update. This is kind of like a point-and-click adventure game. So if you're interested in playing that, you can go to the itch.io page and download this game. We've showed this before, but there's just always updates just to kind of look at. Ironhide does some cool stuff with this one. It's actually about his high school experience. So if you kind of want to know what his life like was, it's kind of like a point-and-click adventure that in that kind of genre. So it's pretty neat. We had some new updates from Rift Drift. So this is a top-down shooter game. He's always, again, another update, just kind of looking through some dev logs. Through that. Mole Maiden. Don't know if they're going to be at GDEX this year, but, well, no, they're launching in a couple days. So, yeah, that'll be cool. So I know Mole Maiden has been in development for a long time. So if you ever get a chance to, let me see if they have like a, yeah, they got a Steam page. So finally, September 5th, you'll be able to actually buy this game. So Mole Maiden is pretty neat. I'll play it for those of you who haven't seen it. Maybe. Oh, yeah, there we go. And I don't have to explain it, you can just watch it. So you're this kind of like drill girl that kind of like goes around the world, and kind of like Mega Man, you pick up powers, you fight bosses, enemies. No! Sorry, that's the stream. And really cool music, by the way. It's a lot of fun. If you've never played it, my assumption is that they're going to be at GDEX, I think. But if you get a chance to, definitely keep an eye out them for September 5th, and we'll see them on the Windows and Mac. So, and the next one is Megamax has a couple devlog updates, just kind of doing my rounds of people's updates. So definitely keep an eye on that. I don't know what this is. Pretty Bird Games. I don't think I've seen this. So this is kind of like a homage to Mega Man. So if Mega Man didn't start in Nintendo, so what if Mega Man started on something else? The Commodore 64. So choose your level. Fight enemies in vast terrain. It's kind of derpy Mega Man. Yeah, it's very much, hark to the Commodore graphics and style. Laser Master, Fortress Master, there's Fire Master. And there's all kinds of ability upgrades that you can get. pretty fun. I played this a couple times during our prototype and play. It's a pretty fun game if you get a chance to try it. Fight huge robot monsters, then go after evil Doctor herself. So it's still in progress, but yeah, there's a lot of here I haven't seen yet, so I know it's been a lot of updates. So this should be coming out soon. Let me see, new promo. Okay, so it looks like it's on itch if you want to try it out sometime. So you can try that out. I love that graphic art. That's fun. So, cool. All right. So now we're going to actually play this game, Follow the Gold. So this is a new one as of the 24th. So it's a little update on a post-game jam event. Although FTG didn't win, the reception from players was overwhelmingly supportive, so I couldn't have asked for more fulfilling jam experience. Yesterday, I even posted my first ever patch in response to all the feedback. Just overall, so proud of my finally ripping off the Band-Aid and finishing a game I can share and say I developed myself, no matter how small it might be. So yeah, K Illustration's been with us for a while in Discord. They've shown a couple things here and there, and I'm excited to see this game. So definitely, you can check it out. You can go to the... Oh, actually, you know what? Did I get this right one? Oh, I don't think I... This one? Is that different than this one? So I've downloaded this one. I just didn't know if this is the same thing as the update. I'm going to... Let me just... 8.0, okay. Let me double check to see if... We'll do desktop. Yep, same one. So we'll try this game out. Maybe. There we go. There we go. So we're going to maximize that. All right. So follow the golden brick road. So this was part of a game jam. I'll have to double check which one that is. Credits. I always like to do credits. So K Illustrations is our designer, artist, and programmer. And Super Moombo is a musician, sound designer. So not just by yourself, but yeah, most of it in terms of everything outside the music. Options, sound effects, music. I'm not going to mess with that because I want to blast people on stream. Okay, so we'll get started. So move is WASD or the arrow keys, or you can use the cursor to guide. And then boost is space or enter, or you can click. So it's real simple. I could just use, I think, sounds like I can just use one mouse. So I play this a little bit for a couple seconds. So if I want to boost, there we go. So it looks like maybe avoiding sewers. Oh, dang. Oh, shoot. And I'm assuming I'm collecting the gold. Okay, that was I should not have gone for that one. Come on, come on, come on. All right. This is a rat. Dang. Oh. I like that the bird you can kind of see coming. Oh, that was my first health. I was doing so good. Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. I guess I could slow down. So, yeah, like the rats. K Illustrations. Yeah. Yeah, I think they went to CCAD, question mark? I can't remember. I've seen their work before, and it's very, very well done in terms of, like, illustrations. Someone's probably pinging me like, yeah. Okay, I died. So, yeah, it's an endless runner. It tells you how long you got, how many coins. Oh, I was supposed to get 24? Dang, okay. I feel like I can do this. Well, did I get a new high score? Okay. I like the seamless instructions to the into the game. I think that's really nice, especially for something like an endless. Oh, thank you. Like an endless runner, it's nice when you can just kind of get back into doing it. So, oh, and I keep forgetting. I guess I can boost. So, shoot. Yeah, okay, so I'm getting the boosts. I don't think I can get that one. Ooh! I don't like the mice. Oh my gosh. Oh no! I really messed up now. Oh, that stupid mouse. That's exactly why. Wait, why is this one 13? Oh, okay. I gotcha. So I missed a couple. I gotcha. Okay, so that makes sense. I'll do one more run. Anybody else want to try? You want to play? See if I can. You just hit restart. Beat my score. What was the high score? 630. I think it was something out of 20. 2? I only had 2 coins? Yeah. No, that's not true. I have more than that. Just beat the score is 630.
Okay. Oh, yep. Oop. The warping on the top and bottom is very trippy. Mm-hmm. Oop. All right. Whew. Yeah. It has a smoky effect like the grate, but let's see. Oh, nope. It's sharp. That's okay. But I assumed what was on the side here, these are sewer grates. Nope, don't. Yeah. Oh, what got me? All right. Gotcha. All right. Yeah, that was good.
All right, chat, it's my turn, yo. Okay, WASD. And then... Oh, where's my mouse? Okay, I just don't have one. It's fine, chat, I'll... Oh... I like that actually a little more than the mouse. Oh, it slows you. It's like ice, I believe. Or it makes you invincible. Either the puddle saved me or a hitbox shenanigans. So does up and down. It controls your speed manually. This thing. Oh. Go down. Go down. Haha, Mr. Crow, you can't get me with my 1 HP Clutch Sans Undertale fight. It spawns right where you are. See, yeah, it's not random where he spawns. It's just in front of you. No! Haha. Oh, Mr. Crow, I eat fish. Okay, I admit it. Oh, I fell off the screen. What's the score? What's the score? Huh? Let's go.
I think that's good to see. Oh, no. That was good. I thought you were gone for. Anybody else want to try? Well, we can set it up after. But yeah, that's what was that game? That was Follow the Golden Brick Road. Yeah, great job, especially for a Game Jam game. That's awesome. So let me see if I can figure out which one they went to. So if you go to Share Your Games, it was... I'm sure they would tell them. Oh, Ski Free. 1990s desktop game Ski Free. Okay. I don't think I played that one. Well, oh yeah, if I go here, I'm sure they'll tell me which Game Jam. Oh, Game Like Jam. So if you're not familiar with Game Jam games, we just did one for GDEX. They're usually like over a weekend. Ours was 9 days. They're all different, usually based off of a theme or some kind of concept. You don't need to know game development to make one or join one and do it. There's usually a lot of people you can collaborate with. And this one was Roguelites, Soul Lights, Ski Free Likes. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, cool. Yeah, so, and if you have a Game Jam game you're going to join, you can always go to the Game Jam shares. We always have people posting stuff in here all the time. Drift is doing one now, I think, or he had done one. 27th, so yeah, a couple days ago it ended. Wonder how that went. And we're always posting stuff up here. Liam, you post stuff for the Game Boy competition because you do Game Boy jams. Oh, really? Is it almost done? Oh. Okay, so it's almost done then. Cool, and that's a 2-month Game Jam game, or 3. Dang, that's cool. And then Travis does stuff from time to time. So yeah, if you kind of want like a low commit game creation process, if you've never done it before, you're always welcome to do that. So yeah, feel free to do that. And I think that, in our instance, that should take us to, I think, the end of our session. Let me double check if there's anything else I missed. Oh, yeah, there's one more thing. Caleb will showcase this next month, I think. Magic Site Rewritten. So it's a game that he's been kind of working on in lieu of, a couple things. Speak of the devil, we got pizza. So I think that's actually a perfect time to stop. So that's our games for this month. We will try to do this again around the same time next month, whether it's online or in person here. We'll let you know. But yeah, join us for GDEX next month. If you have a booth and you want to be there, we still have a couple ice space. If you want to be a volunteer, we still would like you, if you want to join us. And we may even need some volunteers at the COGG booth. So if you're interested in anything, let us know. We're happy to have you. But otherwise, thanks for coming out today. Thanks for showcasing, and we'll see you guys next time. How do you volunteer at GDEX? That's a good question. So volunteer at GDEX, you just have to go to... Or for our booth? Just let me know. Just talk to me. I'm coordinating it all, yeah. Yeah, so if you want to join our booth, just talk to me. It'll be like, however much time you can afford to do. Yeah, we're pretty open about that. The GDEX one, you just need to go to, I'm like blind. Where is it? Oh, no, it's right here. Okay. TheGDEX.com, and you just have to go to apply, and then down, you scroll down, and there's volunteers. It'll take you to this one. Oh yeah, Caleb. If you have questions about GDEX volunteering, Caleb's a good person to talk to. He can help you with that too. This one, if you want a full weekend pass, I mean, if you join COGG or GDEX, obviously we want you to help GDEX first. So check that out first. Make sure they're okay. COGG booth will be fine, but GDEX is obviously the bigger thing. So check with GDEX first if you're interested. And you to do like 2 4-hour sessions, and you'll get the full weekend pass. You'll get the exhibitor mixer. It's a great time. Meet people, network. Yeah, should be fun. No matter what, it will be a fun time. So cool. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Weird smells? No? Okay. Cool. Could be a computer burning. Yes. All right. Well, thanks everybody for coming out. Feel free, we'll divvy up the pizza, time to network. If you have something to show here, you're more than welcome to ping us on Discord. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next month. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. And thanks, Boxland Media, for hosting us. Woo!